And welcome back to AIC Sports Talk Radio. You're just tuning in after the break. Is AIC. Like I said, I'm DeAmbro Chapman. And right now we have a very special guest, a mother of Len Bias. Len Bias was a great basketball player back in the 1980s. His mother, Dr. Bias, Dr. Lonise Bias. So, Miss Bias, everybody knows how special you are, how amazing you are, and what a wonderful woman you are. And everyone knows basically what happened, with Len, how he passed away 2 days after he was drafted by the Celtics. As a mother, how did that affect you? Did that make you stronger, or just how did that affect you?
Well, actually, first and foremost, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your program this Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers that are listening, and may they be blessed and prosperous.
Oh, thank you.
When I think back on the time that Len died, of course, I was in a state of shock, as any parent would be. As I talk to people, as I travel, I always talk about four parts of life, and the first part of life is the good life.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's where things are going pretty good. Well, we were living the good life until June 19th, 1986. Now, the good life does not mean that everything is lined up and everything is A-OK. What it means is that you're doing good. You're moving along. Things are happening, but they're manageable. That's called life. That's the good life. And the unfortunate thing is many people are in the good life now, and they don't know it.
Yes, ma'am.
Until you receive a phone call, and after you leave the good life, you go into the nightmare.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
so I was in a state of shock, my family and I, when we found out that Len had died so tragically as a result of a drug-related death. And I tell anyone, you just can't pick yourself up, and some almost 30 years later still have a vision and a purpose for the work that came forth out of the death of my first son, Len Bias. You cannot just pick yourself up and just go and just say, let me save the world. You're saying, what happened to my child? What happened to my family? But God, in His infinite wisdom, had chosen me for this mission, and that's the only reason why I'm standing here today. As I tell so many people, if I had known what cup I would have had to drink from in terms of doing the work that I am doing, I would not be doing it today. But I know today I'm only standing and doing the work because of the strength that God has given me for such a time as this to impact the lives of youth and families and community.
Amen. That's wonderful. That's amazing. And what I like about you is, anyone could have just threw in the towel and just gave up and wallowed around in their sorrow after something that tragic happened to them. But instead, you decided to prevent this from further happening to anyone else. And you decided to pick yourself up and actually start your own mission and start your own foundation. It's actually called you're the president of B Speaks International. So tell us a little bit about the B Speaks International. Tell us a little bit about that. How did that all start?
Well, B Speaks International is a life investment company, and our product is hope. And we package and deliver hope. What we are is an organization that spread messages of hope. Not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, I had an opportunity to speak at a Prom Promise event for teens some 30 years after Len's death, if you can believe this. He is still bringing forth life in death. He is still bringing forth life and death. 30 years after his death, I am sowing seeds to young people of encouragement, telling them how valuable their lives are and that they have to make good decisions and respect authority and understand authority, that authority, positive and legal authority leads you to life and prosperity. Negative authority leads you to death and destruction, and to be mindful of the experiment, then the experience and the nightmare, the choices that they have to make. So some 30 years later, I'm still speaking to young people in high school and in middle school. I'm a firm believer here at B Speaks. We believe that our youth are reachable, teachable, lovable, and savable.
That's right.
We must change our approach in adapting to their needs. What worked 30 years ago won't work today. And so we bring messages of empowerment and encouragement today to help the least of these, our little ones.
That's amazing. That's great. And now, just to show everyone that how real this is and how wonderful you are and how great this is, you have really, really big clients. For instance, one of your clients is the White House ONDPC program and also the United Air Force Academy. So you work with, it's many more. You work with so many people.
Yeah, I work with diverse organizations. I have worked and spoken to the wealthiest communities, the less affluent, and everything in between. So that's what we do at B Speaks. No one is left out. We don't have just a certain clientele. When I worked with the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy, we were working together, going into schools and into different settings, speaking about the dangers of drugs. When I went to had an invitation to speak at the United States Air Force Academy out in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
When I was there, I spoke at a leadership conference and was the only female and the only Afro-American there with the other leaders that were there. But bringing powerful messages of hope and encouragement. I understand that my lot should be the local mental institution. I should care nothing about anyone. One thing is, 4 years after Len's death, I lost my second son, Jay, to a drive-by shooting.
Yes, ma'am.
And losing 2 sons within 4 years, God and God alone has given me the strength to stand with purpose to encourage family, youth, the community, and women today.
Yes, ma'am. That's amazing, and God really has favor on your life, and He really believes that you're a strong woman. If He can actually, put you in these situations and believe that you can persevere and come through it, that's amazing. You're such a blessing. Thank you so much, Dr. Bias. Thank you so much. Now, before we go, last thing, tell everyone where they can find you at if they want to talk to you and be a part of your program or just to get to know a little bit about it. Just tell them where they can locate or contact you.
First, I would let them know that we speak to all audiences. Mm-hmm. And we deal with the topics that are confronted with the family and in the home today. Just this Mother's Day weekend, tomorrow I have to do a parenting dinner to speak to parents. And then Saturday I have to do a women's luncheon to speak and encourage women. And then Mother's Day, I'm going to a church to speak to mothers to empower and encourage them. Okay. So we do all types of speaking. We prepare conferences, workshops, whatever you need, we can do it. You can go to bspeaks.com. That is our website. We are currently redoing the website and my Facebook page. You can follow me on Facebook at Lonise Bias. I'm on Facebook. And my email address is LonisePBias@gmail.com. And my office number is 240-467-2623.
Thank you so much. Once again, happy Mother's Day. It's been amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Everyone, make sure you get in contact with this wonderful young woman, this doctor here. She's amazing. And just keep staying in touch with her. Keep looking for her. And make sure you stay tuned on this show, okay? Because we have more special treats coming on right after this break. So stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.